Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're doing really well. I hope that your life and your day has been going amazing. Um, I usually do Hello World on another platform, but I decided to uh, go on both platforms. Actually, there's multiple platforms, but I'm only on two right now. So if you are wondering which two I'm on, please definitely Google Be the Difference Clothing or btdllc and follow on every platform. You can also find out what we do, which is print on demand, on by clicking on the link in the description, btdifferencellc.com. If by chance your chat has a shop button, feel free to click on that and go ham as much as you can. Um, Today, well, before I get into the topic for the day, in pure fashion, Hello World fashion, we talk about how our day went. So please, while I am here, please double tap the screen because that helps the algorithm bring in more people that may be interested in the content that we are talking about. I'm going to send out the chat, the live real quick. I actually was in the middle of juicing and this topic hit me so hard. I was like, well, I gotta stop what I'm doing to go live real quick, talk about this, and then get back to the regular scheduled program. Okay. So, first and foremost, I woke up this morning. I actually went to the gym, but before I even got to the gym, I was my alarm clock went off, but then I turned it off and I was about to turn around and I was like, girl, get up. You're supposed to be getting up at this time so that you can go ahead to the gym and do your thing. So I did a lot actually. I did a lot at the gym. We did shoulder presses, we did pull-ups, um, we did burpees, we did crunchies, we did stretches, we did a little bit of everything. So I say that to say that if you are interested in getting into your fashion, well, not your fashion, but if you're interested in getting into your health and fitness life journey, please consider doing so. Use me as an example. I absolutely do not enjoy going to the gym because all of my people have gone, moved on to another gym or moved on to another state. I just noticed I have an earring on top of an earring. Um, that's fine. They've either moved on to another state or whatever the case may be. So I went to the gym and then I went to go and do a little bit of printing. It's so amazing, guys. For those of you who are on the YouTube side, I finally met 50 plus in person, and it was pretty dope. I printed a transfer for him, an emergency transfer for him, and he came and picked it up today. So we had a nice little discussion. Again, guys, as you are coming in, double tap that screen. I do appreciate you. I do see you. But we like to keep the program going when it comes to Hello World. So please stick around and listen. The topic for today is called interference. Ooh. Ooh. Interference. You know, whenever I have to get into these deep type of conversations, I like to wear this shirt because it kind of puts batteries in my back to keep on pushing and to speak your truth, speak not only your truth, but the truth about hard topics such as interference and how we as humans interfere in a lot of inevitable things. Some do it for jealousy, some do it for just because they want to interfere. Others do it unknowingly. But I'll give you a couple of examples of how we interfere. One, we as human beings like to interfere in our own lives sometimes. God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in has a plan for your life. You like to kind of alter that plan and be like, yeah, you know what? I think I need to help you a little bit because in my feeble mind, I'm thinking that my life would be so much more complete if it went this way or that way. Meanwhile, God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in has a purpose for you that is greater than you, that it requires different sets of individuals in your life, ties in. So when we come to different individuals in our life, we tend to believe that we should be matched with what society has taught us, what is good for us, and what is amazing for us, and what is popular for us. But in essence, sometimes that road is not meant for you to travel because of the particular purpose or calling on your life. So, interference. Yes, that's a blatant interference. And then sometimes we wonder why we often are unhappy in our lives for so long, or why things don't go according to the plan, because you were never on the plan. You decided to deviate from the plan to make your own plans, which never was supposed to work. Interference. Some people like to interfere in friendships, relationships, and jobships. You know, when you know good well somebody's up for a promotion, but you're so jealous of them, you know, that jealousy spirit that some of you have. I don't have that, because I don't want to interfere in anybody's life when it comes to work. Because I believe what is meant for me, I will flow into it and be abundantly successful in that, rather than fitting into something that does not have anything to do with me or the quality of life that I could ultimately have if I just let go. So, those jobs that people interfere with, when people can get different promotions and roles and all of that, you are inevitably causing major interference. And when you cause major interference, that thing kind of ricochets and boomerangs back to you in your life, because now you're so busy trying to interfere in someone else's success that you have left yours open. And when you leave your success open, anything can interfere with it, which could 10 times worsely impact what your true outcome could have been. Because every action, there is a reaction. Every consequence to those actions that we willingly or unwillingly do can either make your life easier or more hard. So it is really up to you. Tread lightly when you are interfering in other people's lives. Not saying that you are directly speaking on someone's life or directly going into someone's life, but you know sometimes in your own thinking that you just don't want to see other people succeed where they're supposed to. So you wedge in between and interfere. Not intervene, but interfere. You will pay for all of the deeds, good or bad, that you do. So when you see your fellow coworker or coworkers about to elevate, leave them alone, because that elevation might end up being something better for you. Because when some people elevate and they're in their right purpose, they can bring you along. But you're so busy wanting to interfere in what is supposed to be that you end up messing up everybody's flow. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Interfering in other elevates no one. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? You pay for the things and you'll reap what you sow. Let's go to the nitty-gritty when we interfere in people's relationships or their potential relationships. is why, as supporting roles, you must be careful how you speak on another soul, because you have no idea if and how, when two people become a union, it can either make your life better or make theirs even better, or even the world better. But yet and still, you want to interfere. Like, people like to watch from the sidelines, saying, "Oh no, that's going to be mine," because the jealousy that comes up, the competitive jealousy spirit, like, "Oh no, I look way better than them. I could do you better." But no, you end up hurting not only yourself, but other parties, and the parties that could have been positively affected because of the union of those two people. So if you are the type of person who likes to lurk and interfere, you are only going to bring your demise that much more worse, and only delay the inevitable, which would include you not being there. You more embarrassed, you more hurt, you more confused, and you more paying for debts that you did not have to pay for, had you have not interfered in what was supposed to be a flow from God, Jamaica Creator, or whoever you believe in for that purpose. So as friends that stand on the sideline, don't talk badly about other people's potential relationships or even their relationships. Now, if it's abusive, that's one thing. But if you know that it's a good thing, leave it alone. Let that thing flow, because you have no idea how that can impact your life, your family's life, your children's life, your working life, just because they elevated and grew together and did what they were both purposed to do. Yeah, because some people lurk from the bushes for months and months and months, connecting dots and dots and dots, and seeing how those connections will flow so immaculately perfect. But no, you must interfere because you think you're the better choice. But nothing grows from death. Let me rephrase that. Nothing grows from evil intentions. All you end up doing is dividing more, which we already see in our world, and conquering nothing. So again, why interfere when things have nothing to do with you, and you have a perfectly aligned someone waiting for you? But you want to interfere in something else that has nothing to do with you and was never ever meant to be with you involved. Maybe not at that level, but the inevitable will always happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be very mindful and careful how you tread around these waters. Whether you think that you are better than someone else or not, mind your manners and stay out of it. Thank you. Interference. When you see people doing well and you just can't help yourself because you're just got the jealous spirit inside of you. Just like admit it to yourself. It's the jealousy in some of us that causes us to want to see other people not be happy. And you think you're causing people to not be happy. Let me rephrase that. It's not even about being happy, but you are delaying the purpose and the gratification of humanity because you feel like you must step in because you think that you would be better and would do so much better. But there's so much more great things that have been in store for you if you will only just submit to God, your maker creator, and find out what those things are. That's the problem with humanity. We always want to walk in someone else's shoes because their smile is so much more bright and it seems like their glow is somewhat something that you want. So you just want to overtake that for yourself. But in the interim, your shine is not even partially lit up because you haven't given yourself enough time or a chance to grow. You haven't given yourself enough time or chance to heal from some of the traumas that you've endured for years and generations. So you think that your happiness is in someone else's footsteps, when in actuality, you step in those steps and you be like, oh, I don't like it. This is not what I consider happy because it's not meant for you. We always look on the outside of things and forget that there's layers upon layers upon layers of scars and traumas that people have endured and overcome that you wouldn't even want to touch. But yet you see the overall finished and polished appearance and think that, oh, that should be me. If any of us have a jealous tendency or spirit, here's how you can figure out if that is you. When you see someone else doing good, how does it make you feel? Do you automatically congratulate them, whether you see them or not? Whether you get a chance to speak to them, and if you do get to speak to them, do you congratulate them? And I'm not talking about congratulations, like, oh my, congratulations, and then, deep down in the back of your head, like, I could have did it better. No, congratulate, you know what? You did good, and you're doing good. Keep up the good work. Keep in mind, guys, we are all going to be healing for the rest of our natural-born human lives. There is no way in this green earth that all of us can say that we are going to be okay and all right and perfectly in pristine condition, because it's not true. Every day there might be something that comes up, depending on what tools you know and have learned in order to kind of bounce back a little faster. So if we all know that we are healing consistently, why do we want to jump in someone else's shoes and interfere with what is supposed to be the inevitable? Why do we want to interfere and to delay the gratification of humanity because we think that we are the better response, the better choice, and the better, just the better? Because when you think you look in the mirror, you see something beautiful, when that is not even true, because that spirit is ugly. Nothing good comes from an ugly spirit, but just more destruction and interference. Stay out of people's purpose. That's how I'm going to leave it. Just stay out of people's purpose, because all you end up doing is causing more hurt and trauma when all of us are trying to do is survive this thing called life. Can't we all do our purpose in peace without having someone interfere or gallivant all over our dreams and our wishes and our desires? All because we just can't see people being happy without us being in the midst. You don't have to be in the midst of everything all of the time. This is not a popularity competition. This is a life and death thing. Can we help humanity be better than where we left it? Better than when we came? That is the goal. That is what our purpose is. But if we're so busy interfering in everyone else's lives, relationships, work, social, if we continuously do that, well, you'll have me wearing my shirt talking about how we're divided and how easy it is for us to not be divided if we just focus on ourselves more than someone else and focus on our positive than someone else's and focus on our happiness and getting to it instead of trying to walk in someone else's shoes that don't even fit, too tight or too loose, tripping over laces that weren't meant for you. But we always tend to want to interfere in things that have nothing to do with you. All because I want what you have, and I want to prove that I am the better person for the job, for the relationship, for the friendship, when in actuality, you are not. Stop interfering. What good does it make to interfere? And then at the end of the day, everybody ends up pointing the finger at you being the cause and the conflict of it all. How would that make you feel? Even worse than when you were dealing in it, through it, feeling uncomfortable. Like, come on, guys. I believe we all know when something isn't right. Let's talk about relationships. We all know when that person just isn't right. They're just not right for us, but we want to hold on to them because we don't want anybody else to have them. Holding on to something that does not work or align with you will only cause more trauma to both of you. Actually, to everyone. Trauma to the person that was supposed to be, trauma to the person that is going through it directly, and trauma to you because you just know this is not right. Don't worry about other people's blessings that have nothing to do with you. Never had been, never will be anything to do with you. You focus less on other people's blessings, you'll be able to focus more on yours, how to find it, where to find it, and you'll be allowing God to make a creator or whoever you believe in to lead you to your final destination, your final happiness, your equal, your people, tribe, person that will help you get to your final destination and live out your purpose perfectly. Or more smoothly, because again, nothing is perfect, I know. But more aligned. Stop treading in waters that are too deep or too shallow for you, too hot or too cold. Go to the waters that are just right for you, that was meant for you, right temperature, right feel, right amount of chlorine, right amount of naturalness to it, right enough. Just for you. Stop interfering in things that have nothing to do with you. Stop wondering why not me, and wonder where do I supposed to be? Where would I fit more naturally? Because when you end up interfering, it doesn't go right. You end up all of a sudden finding reasons why you hate things and why you're so traumatized by things. I know this is so cliche, but imagine if we all prayed and fasted for what we think is supposed to be ours, and in turn listened to when you have the clear word that no, it's not for you. and you are able to walk in that clarity and move on to what is, and allow God, the Creator, to lead you to that, and not be afraid, ashamed, or feeling left out. That is not you. Interference. Ooh, I know I stepped on some toes. Maybe some of us are more guilty than others. Maybe you would be less jealous of others if you weren't so busy interfering and worrying about why this is not me, why this is not my life, why not me, why? Stop worrying about that. Spend more time meditating and praying for when is it my turn? Align me with the right people. Align me with the right job. Align me with the right friendships. So that I don't continuously fall into these traps, fall into these what ifs, fall into these hurts, fall into these wishes and more arguments and more traumas that you have to overcome. If you feel like you're not properly aligned in a relationship or friendship or a job, please don't stay there. This will require you to have the faith of that mustard seed that everybody loves to throw around. Having a faith of mustard seeds. Oh my goodness, if only I had faith of a mustard seed. Oh, how will everything flow so much better? Absolutely will. How many mustard seeds do you need in order to have that faith? That everything will align for you perfectly if you just let go and let God. Did I just say that? Yes. I'm using you against you. All of the words that people spew so easily but never follow through. I'm just saying. I mean, what can I say? Easier said than done? No, it's not easier said than done. Sometimes you just have to buckle down and do it. Yeah. Buckle down and do it. Don't worry about being popular. Don't worry about being loved by the masses. Maybe your personality isn't meant for you to have all of that attention. Maybe your personality is not right just enough for all of that yet, because you've got more work to do within yourself. Maybe you haven't gotten whatever you're supposed to get because you have not healed enough. But you interfere in everything else that does not have anything to do with you. Stop interfering in things that have nothing to do with you. And you want to know how you can figure out whether you're interfering? Does it feel right? Does it flow right? Well, does it? Because if no is the answer to any one of those things, you are not aligned properly. The time to get better aligned. Oh, wait, no. I'll do this. I'll go even better. Take the time to get more acquainted with yourself, with your relationship with God, your maker, creator, whatever you believe in. Take more time to get more acquainted with that. Learn that. Learn how to harvest that relationship first before you try to interfere in other human beings' purpose. You know how they have that song, Why We're So Misaligned? Stop trying to shove your spirit and your purpose in places that it's not supposed to be, or maybe just not yet. But you want to interfere because you say, I would do a better job. No, you didn't. You just actually made it worse. How does it feel? How does it feel now that you have torn apart and delayed even more so things that were supposed to be aligned perfectly because of your jealousy and because you think that you are the better choice, the better fit, the smarter one of the group. It has nothing to do with your brain intelligence. It has everything to do with your spirit. When we learn that everything is spiritual, if your spirit is not aligned in that proper way, you're just going to divide more things, confuse everything. Why do we do that? Didn't they say confusion is the enemy and fear? Yeah, it is. It certainly is. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. But please stop interfering in things and places and people that you know you don't belong. Just to prove a point to yourself and to others, I can do this, it's mine. If it's not meant for you to have, you will never have it. Understand that. You will never have something that is not supposed to be for you. Even though you push your way into getting it for even a few moments, you're still not going to have it. And even in those few moments, it's not going to feel right. For me, relationship, oh my goodness, I knew that it was not aligned properly. But I was just going with the flow of my animalistic human nature. But I knew it wasn't right. I said I love you, and I didn't even believe my own self. But I just said it. You see how I dug myself deeper into a hole that I wasn't supposed to even dig? And guess what? That was the same relationship where I woke up and left the cabinets, every single kitchen cabinet wide open. I hurt myself. Worry about being more aligned and in time and in tune than interfering in things that have nothing to do with you. I point the finger at myself too, because I want to make sure I keep myself in check and aligned with what I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be with, friendships and everything. I want to be more aligned than feeling like I could do something better than someone else. I mean, I don't feel that way at all, y'all. Y'all, for those of you who watch me on a consistent basis, and you know good well, I'm the first to say like, I ain't all that. Okay, I'm not all that at all. I'm just me, trying my best to be on the right side of life and to be on the right path and to not hurt people intentionally or unintentionally. That's me. Like, that's just me. So you'll never see me up here talking about I'm better. I'm the better choice. I'm the better friend. I'm the better worker. I should have this over someone else because I know I could do it. You will never see me saying that. Because what happens? Pride comes before the fall. And sometimes that fall is something you can never recover from because you decided to interfere into things, to people, places that have nothing to do with you. Congratulations on making things more hard for everyone else, confusing everyone else, hurting yourself, and hurting humanity ultimately because you've delayed the purpose of the union of whatever that was supposed to be, whether the union at work, the union in the friendships, or the union in relationships. All because you can't stand to see someone else have something that you think that you should have, that you should have never had ever in your life. Even if you ended up having it, it's not for you. Be okay knowing that some things, no matter how packaged and beautiful it is, it's just not for you. And be okay with that. Because remember, those shoes ain't made for walking. not your walk. I'm just saying. Stop interfering in things, places, and people that has nothing to do with your purpose. And let me see how long I've been on here. 35 minutes, that's good enough. My desire when I do these Hello Worlds is for us to think about things a little differently, for us to think about life differently, to be a little bit more calibrated in our choices that we make, in our thought process, especially how we treat each other. Think about in your life how many times you had someone interfere or people interfere and how it ended up delaying things. Think about it. How it effectively delayed the trajectory of life just because someone or people were jealous of what your purpose looked like to them and felt like they should have had. Stop interfering in places and people and things that have nothing to do with you. If you want to know where you can be perfectly aligned and how you can be perfectly aligned in places in life, start meditating and praying to God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in. Start having a relationship with them or him or her, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you know it to be. Tighten that relationship and that bond, and I guarantee you, you will not be led astray. Not one day, not 1 hour, not one moment, not 1 minute. You will be led astray because you will finally be perfectly aligned. And even those things that you felt like you were interfering without using the human eyes instead of this eye, it won't look as good or attractive as you thought it to be. Because now you're moving in the right direction, in the right flow, and in the right alignment that will go better for the quality of your life and the lives that you're supposed to touch, because you're aligned with the right person, people, places, jobs, or whatever the case may be. Those people that are waiting for you to get it right so that they can have freedom in their lives, because I truly do believe that we all are supposed to be in places and in people's lives so that we can do better and help. But if you're misaligned, so will everything else be. So stop interfering in places and in people and things that have nothing to do with you. Okay? Just don't do it. Be okay with not having what you consider the best of the best, because you have no idea what it looks like when all the lights are off, when the curtains have closed, when the doors have closed, and in those private thoughts and moments, you have no idea what it looks like. Can you handle it? I don't think so. So stop interfering in things, places, and people that are not aligned for you. Create a better relationship with God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in, that actually helped you get to this beautiful age that you've become, this beautiful body that you encompass, or this beautiful body that encompasses your spirit, which will always live a long, long, long time. That's why I say I've been here before and after life. Before and after life and earth has existed. So what are you going to do? Start asking the hard questions. What can I do? Where do I belong? Where do I fit in? And the moment you let go, oh my goodness, the abundance and the flow, you'll get it. You'll receive it. And you won't have to be waiting in the wings thinking that you can divide and conquer because you are the better person for the job, the relationship, the friendship. When in actuality, you are not. You are not the one. Never have been and never will be. Get comfortable being uncomfortable until you can become aligned properly. Question is, are you going to take the time? Are you going to sacrifice the time to figure out where you belong? Are you? Do you feel it important enough? Do you think that humanity is important enough for you to figure it out? I do. Hence why I try my best to do the work daily, and I try my best to be where I'm supposed to be and led where I'm supposed to be. Do I feel like I'm aligned? Absolutely. I feel like I'm more aligned with my purpose than when I was trying to prove my keep in places that I did not belong. And it's only by the grace of God, my maker, creator, and my ancestors, that I made it through, still sane and still pretty much together. I never want to be misaligned ever again. Not intentionally and not unintentionally. I do not. Because think of all the damage that I could have done being where I wasn't supposed to be. I don't want that responsibility. I know it's not easy because, we just want to feel accepted. But if you follow your purpose, you will always be accepted. Right? Because you'll always flow where you're supposed to go. Oh my goodness, that's another quote. Let me write it down. Oh my gosh. You'll always flow where you're supposed to go. I'm going to remember that. I don't even have a pen. Let me go, because that's a good one. I'm working on my 7th book, y'all. Always flow where you're supposed to go. I don't have something to write it down. Anyway, my name is Joy. Be the Difference is the company that I print for. If you like this design, and I'm telling you, I always feel like I have to wear it when I have conversations like these because it's difficult. It's hard to swallow, it's hard to chew, because I know we're all guilty of this from time to time, of interfering in places and things in people's lives and in friendships that we know good well we don't belong. We know deep inside, seriously, y'all, we know deep down inside where we're supposed to be. We know deep down inside when it doesn't feel right. We know, but sometimes we stay just to prove that we're supposed to be there. You're doing nothing but hurting. Be okay with, not being the one. Not being the one. Be okay with that. Let life flow for everyone. Let go. Anyway, I need to go finish my juicing because I literally finished cutting up my vegetables and my fruit. And I was about to make me a nice little beet juice. And I was like, no, I can't. I will never remember this for tomorrow. So let me go ahead and do it today, tonight, right now. I done forgot that quote. Shoot. Well, I'll come up with something else. Don't take it. It's not yours. If you are interested or in need of transfers, print on demand, embroidery, we are here for you. That's what Be the Difference does. If you see a link in your description or a shop button, click on that shop button and share, shop, double tap those screens, thumbs up the live, subscribe to the channels, share the channels with someone else. Even if you're not interested in all of the content, share it with someone else. You never know who might be in need of whatever is said. Specifically at that very moment, you may save a life. I know many a times when YouTube or TikTok has sent me to different videos because people were obedient in posting what they were supposed to post, and it ended up elevating my life for that moment. You have no idea how powerful you are if only you continue to operate in your purpose and the plans that God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in has for you, if only you just let go and let God. You know, I like to use the cliches, the words that you use so often. Am I right or wrong? I am here every day. Starting September, I will be here 7 days a week, at least a half an hour going live. There will be live panels available as well. And there will be a subscriber only live. This is just for the month of September. And also we are offering 24-hour concierge print on demand services for those who may be in need. So feel free to DM, call. The phone number is public, so go ahead and pick up that phone and call. Serious inquiries only, please. If you want more content like Hello World, go to the YouTube and click on any one of those playlists. I have about 8 or 9 playlists that has at least 300 videos in each one of Hello Worlds. Yes, yes, a lot of content. Not new to this, but look at how beautiful and how much more you will blossom when you are in your purpose, when you are activating your purpose, when you are in line and God, your maker, creator, whoever you believe in is saying, well done. When whoever you believe in is saying, well done, and reward you with having a better aligned life experience and abundance that you could not comprehend. Get in line with your life. Stop interfering in places and people and things that do not have anything to do with you. Your life is as beautiful as you allow it to be because of the direction that you allow God to direct you in. Your maker, creator, whatever you believe in. Remember, these bodies that we encapsulate our souls with will wither away, but that soul will never die. That is what you protect. When your physical body is gone and you're spiritually just roaming around, you will get the opportunity to listen to everything that people said about you. And at that point, you will know whether you were aligned properly or not. Don't be afraid to walk by yourself if you have to, until you're fully aligned, and you won't be alone. You won't feel alone. Even if there's 1 million people in the room, you will no longer feel alone, because you are absolutely operating in your purpose, and you are no longer feeling the pressure of interfering in places and in people and in lives and things that have nothing to do with you. You are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. You will understand that when you operate in your purpose, that there is no mistake about you. You will understand that once you start to align in with the people and the places and the jobs, it will no longer feel like pressure. It will no longer feel like an obligation. It will no longer feel like, am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? The questions will no longer be there. The fights will subdue. And the abundance will flow, and you won't even have to move because you'll be floating to where you're supposed to be. You'll no longer worry about things that don't require your attention, like where you will go, where you will live, how you will get your money to go, because when you're in your purpose, all of those things will continuously come miraculously. And a lot of you already know that because the life that you've lived, you can say, oh my goodness, how did this happen? I don't know how I was able to do it month to month. But because you're operating in your purpose, or starting to, you're being carried through. You are being aligned. And that misalignment will no longer be there. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are beautiful. Your spirit and your soul is so beautiful. It deserves your attention. It deserves the healing that is there for you. Give yourself the chance and the opportunity to glow and grow. It's okay. It's going to be rough. It's going to hurt. But after the pain comes sunshine and happiness. More happiness than you could have ever imagined, because you're now flowing in your true abundance and in your true purpose. And you are trusting that God, your maker, your creator, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, is setting you to the right places, the right relationships, the right friendships, the right jobs or job. It's going to feel so much better. I'm a testimony. That's why I say it with such belief, because it happened for me. And if it could happen for little old me, imagine you. Oh my goodness. You who are shining, and it can shine so much more bright than me. Oh my gosh. Give yourself the opportunity and the chance to be loved. Give yourself the opportunity and chance to be loved. Give yourself the opportunity and chance to overcome some of those traumas. Give God, your maker, your creator, a chance to show you what you're working with for real. And stop interfering in places, things, and people that you have no right to be in. My name is Joy from Be the Difference. I appreciate you guys for being here, whether you tapped, you subscribed, you liked, you shared, you commented, whatever you did to make this live a lot easier. I appreciate you. If you want to watch the replay, go to the Be the Difference clothing channel on YouTube to watch the replay and other videos. My desire is always to edify and to uplift, never to tear down. But sometimes we have to go through the pain of knowing that we're interfering in places and in people's lives and in relationships that we have nothing and no reason to be there. And throwing off the rest of humanity because we are being and doing things out of jealousy and spite. Stop. I beg you. Just stop. The damage that you are incurring in other people's lives and what you're going to get back, because there's always what? Every action, there's always a reaction. Every action, there's always a repercussion. And don't let that repercussion bang so much so that you can't handle it. Because after a while, that's what happens. You can't handle it. And then you say, oh, there is no God. Well, how much interference have you done? Think about it. Knowingly and unknowingly, willingly and unwillingly. Stay out of people. Stay out of those friendships. Friendships, stay out of relationships. Relationships, stay away if you're not supposed to be there. You already know when it doesn't feel right. I keep saying that because you know when it doesn't feel right, but you just want to prove that you are better. You think you're the better choice, but you're not. Stop. You just hold back the inevitable. And it's only going to hurt you more in the long run because you're not supposed to be where you're not supposed to be. It's okay. There is something better for you. But do you believe that? Do you? I do. We all deserve to live out our purposes in alignment. So start considering the places and people and the things that you're surrounded by, the relationships that you jump into, the friendships that you destroy because you think you're a better friend, the relationships that you destroy because you think you'll be a better partner, the jobs and the promotions that you destroy because you think that you would be a better employee. You are holding back humanity. Is that deep? Yes. Because if no one's going to hold you accountable, I will. Let it sink in. Until we meet again, guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference. And I am signing out on another episode of Hello. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it out. World. Dramatic drums. Da, 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 da. Back to world. Yes. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.